All right. Hi, I'm just scanning your energetic field here just a bit. And what we love, what we see, a couple of things with your aura. One is that it kind of goes in front of you, which tells us that you like to think of things in the future. And it's like you have wonderful ideas. And we love the way that you don't really look back. Once you make a decision on what it is you're going to do, you don't keep looking in that rear view mirror like, oh, shit, I wish I wouldn't have done this. You're like, you know what? I'm going with it. And if it doesn't turn out the way I like, that's all right, because I'll just pivot. We love the way that you dance to your own drum. You're a leader and not a follower. And you are very charismatic when we look at your energy. People probably come up to you and strike a conversation. Is that true? People that don't know you?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. Because I can see it it's such an inviting energy. And somehow, thank you, Irene, she's saying that people that walk up and strike a conversation with you, a lot of times are in need of some kind of help. They're either sad or depressed, and they just somehow know that the words that you tell them, even if it's just a one-liner, that it's going to really make them feel better. Do you love animals?
Yeah, I have 3 cats. 2 of them are sitting with me right now.
Okay, because I'm just so drawn to the animals. You're quite the little animal communicator. But it seems like you always have critters. Your whole life, you're always going to have, Irene goes, from now till the day you die, you're always going to have some kind of critter, and you're not just going to have one because you think that's cruel, like they all have to have playmates.
Yeah.
And we see a little fairy energy around you. We love the fairies and the gnomes and the sprites for you. Very strong connection to the nature kingdom. Irene's funny. Do you talk to trees? I do. Do you?
I do.
Yeah, we can see that. And, ooh, I got cold chills because they're teaching you. They're wonderful teachers. Sit down underneath different types of trees, and you will feel their energy. You'll even know, you'll get to know how they feel too, because they're teaching you. Well, you already do it, Irene says, but they're opening up different spiritual gifts. Do you do spiritual work?
I'm starting to.
Okay. That's why I heard her say, yeah, they're teaching you, thank you, Irene, to read energy. But we know that you're not going to be a cookie cutter. You know, and no offense to the Reiki masters out there. I've done the Reiki too. And that's kind of a set way a lot of times where they teach you the symbols or whatnot. They're saying, again, you're going to dance to your own drum. And you're going to do healing differently than anyone else. One thing that they're showing me too, okay, Irene, we'll just tell her. You might at some point, now this could be further into the future, work with people who have addictions and work and help them to clear, it doesn't always have to be the drug and the alcohol. It could be, we like to gamble too much or, whatever, shop too much. This is going to be something that we see that and it's a potential. Nothing is carved in stone because obviously you have free will. But you're going to have a lot of different modalities that you're going to work on. And you're going to take a little bit of this and a little bit of that, almost like you're making your own little potion. And then you're going to start your own modality. And actually, at some point, you may start to be doing readings for people too.
I've actually started learning tarot. Been doing that for a couple of months.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. There's also like little, what are they called, Irene? Thank you. And you can do tarot, whatever you like. We like fairy decks for you.
Yeah.
There's a fairy deck that you can get. All those are really, and it's wonderful that you do that because that helps you to connect with your spirit team. We are going to start a series here in the very near future. I have been doing this for almost 20 years and I've taught people on how to connect with their spirit team. So we're going to have a series, and this series is all of the information that I have learned in 20 years. And so this would be really great for you, and it's free. It's going to be free.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah. So we see this. One thing too, they're telling me, they're pointing to your ear. Of course, you're a great listener. but you might at some point, maybe you do now, I don't know, where you will hear spirits. Now, you can already hear spirit?
Like a little bit here and there.
Okay.
It's not clear all the time, but it's like a little bit. It's like starting, like the gift's starting to like open up.
Okay. And when I say I hear Irene and I hear, mine is more where they download everything in my head.
Yeah.
But I know people that can literally, pardon me, literally hear another voice. That's what they're saying you're going to be doing eventually. Yeah. Okay, cool. Because I thought, man, that'd be so much easier, Irene, if you could just tell me. Instead, they download, a whole concept in my head where I could literally say 100 words on it, and I have to figure out how to articulate it. So yeah, good for you. That's going to be a wonderful gift. But the main thing, and again, you have free will, you can do anything, but they're just showing me the main thing with you is going to be about energy, energy healing, and not always on humans. It can be on trees. Thank you, Irene. This is so cool. One sidebar. I have this beautiful tree in the front, and it died. And my husband's like, all right, let's cut it down. I'm like, no, you can't. And he's like, it's dead. I went and I put hands on. My neighbors, of course, thought I was nuts. Out there talking and loving on it. The very next spring, it's beautiful. I wish I could show it to you. That's something you're going to, that's what you're going to be able to do. And with animals too.